The year is 1983. We had our first democratically elected president, Shehu Shagari. We weren't perfect by any means yet, but this was our leader. We voted for him. The power was given back to the people to choose who is going to lead them. After years of instability, after years of assassination, we finally had a democratically elected president for 3 years. He was disposed by, you guessed it, former president, then General Muhammadu Buhari. And to be fair, he did give valid reasons. He said corruption was rising, things weren't getting better as he was promised. And, he was kind of right at the time, right? Okay.
However, the Nigerian people watched helplessly while over the succeeding 4-year period of the first term of the defunct administration, most of government of the Federation failed to provide even the minimum of good government.
But disposing of a leader that was democratically elected by the people to put yourselves in power should raise some questions. And in just a few years, he himself was disposed by then General Ibrahim Babangida. And that led to Sani Abacha taking power. And so, former President Muhammadu Buhari is indirectly related to Sani Abacha rising up to power. And Sani Abacha is largely seen by a lot of historians as one of the worst ever rulers in Nigeria. And so all these happened. And finally, in 1999, after going through at least two and a half leaders, we finally came back to democracy. 16 years later, after three failed attempts, in 2015, former President Muhammadu Buhari ran again to be president of Nigeria. And he came, he saw, and he conquered. 32 years after removing our very first democratically elected president, former President Muhammadu Buhari was chosen by the people to become their president. I don't think anyone can run to win an election if they led a coup against our very first democratically elected president and took us back to military rule. But that's just me, Sha. That's just my opinion. And like I said before, a lot of people, police, not me, a lot of people say that the beginning of the reign of former President Muhammadu Buhari was when the decline of Nigeria started, or at least became very noticeable. Because just around that 2015-14 period, remember that Nigeria was touted by quite a number of statistics to be the fastest growing economy in the world. And who knows, maybe, if we knew our history, we would have been like, hey, yo, once the guy that actually deposed our first ever democratically elected president and maybe chose someone else, who knows? Who knows? We can never know. But I'm sure a lot of people don't actually know this information. In fact, I just found this out this year, around this year. And giving him the benefit of the doubt, I do believe that former President Muhammadu Buhari had the right intentions when he did that coup. But as we saw, the issues that he wanted to solve just became worse. So forgive and forget.
Oh, hell no! Hell no!
No, forgive and remember. Actions, past or present, have consequences, and that's okay because the past is a great indicator of the future. Because
those who fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Huh? Please subscribe.